welcome to Blossom Sandwich Sews. My name is Yvette and today I will be taking you through some of my autumn and winter sewing plans using fabric that I've already got in my existing fabric stash. So I'm going to just show you the stack lined up so that you can get an idea of the colour aesthetic that I'm going for. So I've kind of picked out a few. So I will open out the fabrics and show you them properly in a second. But so my idea is kind of to use like this sort of sage green type colour and navy as the like base colours, and then use fabrics with like warmer tones in as well, because that feels to me really autumnal, but then with the green to sort of tie it all together, and then the blue as like a dark background that isn't black. So this is also going to be part of this collection, if you wanted to call it a collection. So this was a dress that I made in July actually for the rag shop, a blog post for that. I'll stand up so you can see it. You can actually see the collar now now that my hair's shorter, and it's got this very gathered, very swishy skirt. But this I think would look nice because it's got the greens in the floral. Would look nice with this. So I'm going to start with this because this is kind of a piece that I would be able to wear with everything. So I'm not going to call it a capsule collection, but maybe that is kind of the idea. I've just picked out a few fabrics that are kind of along similar lines colour wise. I'm going to try and get all these sewn up together this autumn winter because I think it will be nice to have a kind of cohesive wardrobe and a few bits that you can mix and match together. So my idea with this green is I'm not quite sure what the fabric is, because I got it from my husband's gran. It was from her stash, but it's quite a structured fabric. I think it might be a cotton blend potentially, but I'm thinking of using this to make an Ilford jacket. So I'll put in a picture so that you know what that looks like. And I think this fabric, this sort of structure of it will work really well for an Ilford jacket, and then that will work with a lot of the other fabrics because they've got similar greens in. So I've already got some buttons for this as well, and I've got a pattern and I've even got thread, so I need to just get on with this. I'm a bit concerned that it will be like quite like a more involved make that takes more effort, and then I'll finish it and like won't like it or it won't fit or something. So if anyone has made the Ilford jacket before and has some words of encouragement, please leave them for me in the comment box. I've got these buttons from Pigeon Wishes, which I think the colour of the green like matches really perfectly, and then they're like a little bit shiny, and then they've got this kind of orangey tortoiseshell half on them. So I think that will look really cool, and then obviously the orange will go with the like orangier tones that I'm thinking of for some of the details on the other fabrics as well. So that's the first one. Hopefully I have enough. I think I've got quite a decent amount of this fabric. I haven't laid out the pattern pieces yet, but that is my plans / hopes for this, that I could get a jacket out of it. So that is the Ilford jacket by Friday Pattern Company. So my next fabric, I'm just going to go down the stack as I've got it stacked up here, not in any particular order. So the next fabric is this. It's a viscose Dobby dead stock fabric that I bought from Sew Me Sunshine, and look how beautiful it is. The colours in it just really drew me in, so I had to get it. So I did actually buy this for when I was doing the Sew 70s challenge, because I thought the bold floral and then the sort of browny orangey colours was quite 70s. But I didn't get around to sewing that during the whole 3 months that the challenge was on. I don't know where the time went. It just went so quickly. So I'm still thinking about sticking with my original plan for this fabric and making a fibre Mood Marion dress, which I haven't made before, but it seems like quite a straightforward pattern. I think it's got raglan sleeves and then like a sort of gathered waist channel, and maybe a ruffle on the bottom. So I think that will be really nice in this viscose. And because it's on a darker background, it will be nice to wear with tights as well. And with the browns in, it will look nice with like brown, you know, boots and like a brown leather bag. I think would look really nice accessory wise. So that is the second one. Moving on to the third one. This is a fabric that I've had for quite a while, but I've been kind of nervous to sew it up because it is a silk cotton blend, and also it's extremely, extremely beautiful, and I've been worried about ruining it. So it's got this beautiful print on it. It's a bit abstract, but also it's like mountains and maybe sort of trees and stuff. And then it's got the kind of the green, and then the sort of browny, like tan colour, and then this sort of creamy white background. So this I bought quite a while ago actually from Selvage and Bolts. I think I'm going to use it to make a Gilbert shirt. I think I'm just going to do like the short sleeved version without the tie. Maybe like the full length rather than the cropped length, because I just think this fabric is a bit too light for the tie, and the tie is also a bit fiddly to sew like the hem around the curve and stuff. So I have these buttons that I think might work well with it. So that the buttons are kind of black with bits of grey in. I don't know if we'll be able to get that to focus. Is that working? So I think that might work because these mountains are kind of black with bits of grey in as well. So all I need to do now really is figure out what colour thread I'm going to use. Whether I just use a white because the background is pale, or whether go for like a light grey or a contrast black. I'm not sure yet. But that would be really nice, and then I think it would look nice with the green Ilford jacket. We'll pick out these kind of greens here in the print. So I think that will go really nicely. And then where I'm going to make it a shirt, I'll have options of how to wear it. You know, I can wear it with different bottoms, or I could wear it, you know, open over a t-shirt if I wanted to wear more layers, because obviously where it is silk, it's not going to be super warm. But I run quite hot anyway, so I don't really, I don't mind wearing lighter clothes even in the cooler seasons, as long as you can, you know, layer them up. I prefer to have removable layers than wear really thick, warm clothes. So I think this is going to be really luxurious to wear. And then I've also got, after my collaboration with Michelle from Michelle Sews Again, if you watch those videos, we had the same fabric, which also happened to be the oldest fabric in my stash. So I had a look to see what was the second oldest fabric in my stash, because it is quite satisfying to sew up things that have been hanging about in your stash for a while. So I found out what was my second oldest fabric, and it's this. This, I think it's a viscose, or maybe it's a bamboo viscose or a tencel. I can't quite remember. I'll put in what it is from. I got this over a year ago from Lamazi Fabrics, and it is so soft and really, really nice. So I bought this to make some trousers, but then I kind of struggled to, you know, find a trouser pattern and fit it, and basically get the motivation to make anything with this, because I didn't want to ruin it, because it was quite expensive. But then, you know, I've had it for over a year now, and it's obviously, I feel like it's not earning its keep in a cupboard. So, you know, I may as well try and sew it up, and then if it doesn't work out, I can, you know, think of some way to recycle it if it didn't work. So what I'm thinking of making with this is the Helen's Closet Arden pants, because I think those will be super comfortable because they're elasticated waist. And I think with the viscose they'll work really nicely. So I have made the Arden pants once before, but with like a sweatshirting fabric. So obviously, because that had a bit of stretch, there was, you know, more ease in the pattern. But I think, you know, the ones I made before, I think were the right size. So I've got a good starting point, at least on that trouser pattern. So then I think I'll be able to wear this shirt with the navy bottoms, as well as obviously with jeans and stuff. But I've got a bit out of wearing jeans over the summer where, you know, obviously it's been a little bit warmer, so you're able to wear dresses without tights. But I think I do definitely need some trousers because I'm not really a fan of wearing tights. So, and sometimes it's just, you know, like for working and stuff, it's just not always so practical to wear a dress. So definitely gonna make some trousers. So that this is one that I really need to, you know, hold myself to actually making this year. So I'm not going to set like a time limit on these, you know, I might not make them, but I just thought it was quite nice to have them all together as a collection. And if I, you know, where they all kind of look nice together, that might motivate me to actually make them, because my sewjo has been flagging a bit lately where it's September and the changing of seasons, but the weather usually takes a while to figure out what that's doing. So I'm a bit like, do I carry on making summer clothes or do I get on with the winter clothes? I don't really have like a separate summer and winter wardrobe because I like to get the most out of my clothes by just, you know, layering them up or, you know, wearing them with tights or whatever so that I can wear them through the year. At this like sort of last winter, I had quite a lot of clothes, so I did kind of separate out a few things that were like summer only, and put them to one side. But then because the summer wasn't very warm this year, I ended up not getting them out and didn't wear them. So I thought that seemed a bit of a you know, a bit of a shame, and I don't really want to end up with so many clothes that I can't store them. So I kind of, for me, it works to have just one wardrobe, and then some bits I will obviously get more wear out of in the summer. Some bits will be more useful to me in the winter. But I want to do pieces that will work for both. So I think, you know, obviously these plans will work in the summer as well. But it's just more like an autumnal colour palette to kind of try and get me inspired. So the last fabric is this one, which I wanted to ask for your advice on, basically, because I was thinking of making like a simple dress like the indigo or something like that, maybe like an indigo, but I was thinking I could add like a sort of notch out of the front and some ties. I thought that might be cute, but also then I kind of had the idea like of a shirt dress could look really nice and like quite, you know, smart casual. But then is that like having a button placket and potentially breaking up the print? What do you think about? Do you think I should try and do as few seam lines as possible to try and keep the print, you know, intact, because it is a very bold print? I don't know if I will have enough to do a you know, pattern matching. I'm not sure like how big the repeat is, and you know, that's the sort of thing you kind of have to figure out when you've got all the pattern pieces out. So yeah, I could do like a Lyra shirt dress or something potentially. I definitely would need to do some adjustments from the first Lyra that I made because it didn't fit quite well over the shoulders. I think it was quite wide on the shoulders. So I would need to look into that before and potentially do a toile, because this fabric is not available anymore. And it was quite pricey. It's a Cloud9 fabric from Hey So Sister, but it's really beautiful, really soft. And I just love the colours. Like, I'd not really ever kind of been into like oranges before, but yeah, this year I've kind of tried to expand my colour palette of clothes that I wear, because I usually tend to gravitate a lot towards blue. But I thought having this, you know, obviously this collection does still have blue in it because I've got the navy, you know, the navy trousers, and the this background is navy as well. But yeah, I thought having this one as, you know, to bring out the kind kind of golden tones that are, you know, kind of present in some of the other fabrics. And then obviously it's still got the green in, so potentially I could wear my Ilford jacket with it, maybe. Yeah, I think I've seen people wearing Ilford jacket with dresses, so I think that would work, you know, as an outfit. Yeah, so let me know what you think about these plans. They're all kind of messed up now, these fabrics. I can't really show them to you anymore. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of making. Ilford jacket with this, which hopefully I can wear over the top of everything because they've all got kind of elements of green in. Fibre Mood Marion, kind of just a simple gathered dress with this. Then Gilbert shirt with this delicious silk. Arden pants with this viscose twill. And then please help me choose what to make with this. It's definitely going to be a dress, but I'm not sure yet whether a shirt dress or something more simple. So yeah, let me know which of my fabrics are your favourite. Let me know which plan you think I should get on with first, because obviously the one I start first is the most likely to get done. So yeah, we'll see if I can get all of these done, but let me know which one is your favourite. Yeah, I found it quite fun picking out the fabrics based on the colour, and it kind of I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed by my stash and not really sure like what project to work on next, because it always just feels like there's so much that you could do, and then you end up not starting anything because you're like, oh no, there's too much to do. So yeah, this I think is a good starting point for me, and then when I'm in the zone to start my autumn sewing, I can be like, well, I've got these to pick from, so it's like narrowed it down a little bit. So thanks for watching. Let me know what your autumn winter sewing plans are shaping up like, and I'll see you around. Bye.